Welcome to our briefing on the Citation Mustang de-icing boots system. The Mustang uses de-icing boots along both wings and also on the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. This system is controlled by a 3-position switch in a panel to the left of the gear handle. This switch has an off position, an auto position and a manual position. And to stay in the manual position, it must be held in place by the pilot. There are some enunciations associated with the de-icing boot system. The white surface de-ice enunciation appears whenever the de-icing boots are activated. The wing de-ice fail caution and tail de-ice fail caution appear if there's a problem with the inflation process, as detected by pressure sensors near the de-icing boots. It is normal to see these cautions also during a successful pre-engine start pre-flight test procedure. With the wing stab de-ice switch set to automatic, the boots run a 2-minute cycle. For the first 6 seconds of this cycle, the boots on the lower portion of both wings inflate, as well as the boots on the left horizontal stabilizer. Then in the second 6 seconds, the boots on the upper portion of both wings inflate, as well as the boots on the vertical stabilizer and on the right horizontal stabilizer. Then for the next 108 seconds, the boots stay dormant until the 2-minute cycle starts all over again. If you feel it necessary to cycle the boots more often than the regular cycle, or you just want to cycle them once, then place and hold the switch in the manual position as long as you wish the boots to be inflated for. This inflates all the boots at once. Once you release the switch, it is spring-loaded to return to the auto position. When this happens, the boots deflate and the auto cycle is delayed to begin again in 2 minutes' time. Anytime the boots are inflated, the avionics enters stall warning high mode. This mode resets the stall warning to account for the possibility of ice adhering to the airplane. It limits the plane to landing with flaps at a maximum of flaps approach. This new VREF and V-approach is higher than the normal VREF and V-approach. Once all the ice has been removed, you must remember to reset the stall warning to normal mode. This is done by moving the pitot heat switch to the spring-loaded reset position. The stall warning high light will now extinguish, and the avionics reverts to a normal calculation of the green dot found on the airspeed indicator. The air that is used to inflate the boots and also keep the boots sucked smooth against the aircraft surface is bleed air, which is tapped off from both engines. This air is routed through a check valve before passing through the service air regulator. These check valves ensure the bleed air goes in the correct direction in case one engine is inoperative. One engine is all that is necessary to run the de-icing system. The air is passed through a regulator which ensures the air is supplied to the boots at 20 psi, irrespective of engine power setting. From here, the air passes through ejector flow control valves. When the boots are turned off or during the dormant phase of the cycle, these valves ensure a vacuum is applied to the boots. This sucks the boots to the surface of the aircraft. When the boots are to be inflated either through the manual or auto mode, the bleed air that normally causes a vacuum is directed into the boot to inflate it. De-ice boot pressure switches ensure correct inflation is achieved or caution us of a problem. It is important to remember not to inflate the boots below temperatures of -30 or AT centigrade. The properties of the material causes the boots to become brittle when it gets too cold. The minimum indicated airspeed in icing conditions is 160 knots. The use of flaps in landing position is prohibited when you're in icing, and you may only extend the gear and have the flaps in the flaps approach position during the approach phase. These limitations help ensure a velocity and angle of attack that gives adequate de-icing protection and stops build-up on unprotected surfaces.